Good morning. Today is Monday, January 6th, and the scripture for today comes from James 1 and 5. And it reads, "If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally without reproach, and it will be given to him." So, I was trying to think about that for a second. Okay, I got something that just come to mind. I can remember I was a little younger than I am now, and my mother was living in the on the west side of town in a house that I just loved. That street growing up, it was a big, huge street. It was a nice street. Had lots of fun there, and but she had a neighbor that had her own personal issues, and she just picked on my mom and picked on my mom, and my mom just tried to be so nice to her, work things out. But me, I wanted to handle her, but that was not the right thing to do. And I know my mom, somebody was praying for me, and I believe it was my mother. And I say that to say this: God had blessed me with wisdom, and the way I can kind of relate this to another person is this. It's like knowledge and wisdom. You know, they go together, knowledge and wisdom. So it was like the Lord put this stop sign or this red light in front of me. That was the knowledge. Okay, he was letting me see. Okay, I know she cutting the buck. I know she cutting up. I know you can handle it. I know you feel like you can handle it. But I want you to stop. And so that knowledge made me stop, but not completely, because he also blessed me with wisdom. Now, the wisdom allowed me to apply the brakes. It stopped me. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom made me not do what I would have done had the Lord not blessed me with wisdom, had he not given me wisdom. You know, like I said, it's like, okay, you knowing this now, you knowing this, like, you know how you supposed to act, you know. So the knowledge made me pause, you know, made me stop. It made me pause. And wisdom let me apply the brakes. You know, it let me stop when I wanted to keep going, but it let me, you know, it allowed me to just, girl, stop. And to be honest, she was shocked because she knew how protective I was and still am to this day over my mom. So it actually made her act better. Go figure. With the wisdom that the Lord gave me, it made me acknowledge, hey, you need to stop, you need to pause. And even when she kept talking, even when she kept going, she just kept going. That wisdom gave me the ability to press the brakes. So I said that to say this, to encourage someone. Somebody been bugging you, getting on your nerves, and man, you want to do this or you want to do that. And I know, trust me, I've been there. So I understand how you want to handle these things. I understand if somebody been bothering you. I understand if they've been picking with you. I understand. But there's a way to solve everything. And we need to try to do it the godly way. I know that the way, you know, like I be saying, you know, like I hear people say, I be saying too, hey, I ain't the one to be playing with. But that's not how God wants us to do. You know, we're supposed to allow God to fight our battles. And so, trust me, from a person that has always been trying to be a protector of the family, I can remember way back as far as age 5, I'm trying to protect. I'm protective of my mom at age 5. I can remember that. I don't know what I did before that, but age 5 and up, I've always been one to protect her. Don't bother my mama. So trust me, I know if somebody done got on your nerves or they done did you wrong, because people can do you wrong. Somebody done did you wrong, and man, you want to get back at them. Make sure you ask God for wisdom. Make sure you recognize, let the knowledge of things kind of kick in. Let the situation kind of soak. So you will be able to press the brakes. Because one thing about it, for instance, I'm going to give you a sample. There was a lady that she had been abused. And she had been beat and beat and beat and beat and beat and beat. And I understand if at some point she just, at a point she had gotten tired. She don't want to get beat no more. And I guess she, said, I'm gonna stop this. And she killed the abuser. Now, do I think she was wrong? Do I think she should have handled it a better way? Yes. Although I think she wasn't wrong, I think she was wrong in how she addressed it. You see what I'm saying? That's just like me. If I would have addressed this situation differently concerning my mom, I could have been in jail. The neighbor could have been in jail. I could have got hurt. My mom could have got hurt. But because I had been given wisdom by the Lord, I was able to approach this particular thing in a different way. I was able to not do what I would have normally done. I was able to apply the brakes. Wisdom allows you to apply the brakes. You know what I'm saying? So it was wrong for the abuser to abuse her, to hurt her, to beat her. All that was wrong. That was wrong. But I wish she would have handled it a different way. But taking some steps by reporting the abuse, you know what I'm saying? Getting restraining orders. These are some steps. And then if she had to, she could have been safe as far as not having to spend time in jail. So it's wisdom helps you think. It kind of keeps you on a level where you kind of do things the way God will have you do them. Now, she didn't have to do much time because he had been abusing her, but she had to do some time. I feel, I'm not the judge, that it was a possibility that she wouldn't have to do no time had she addressed the situation a little differently, had she reported these incidents, had she, every time he did, report, and then gotten herself some protection. And then if this situation had happened and she had to use a weapon to protect herself, I believe she would have still been protected and she wouldn't have had to go. But it's a way that we approach things. We have to be very careful of how we approach things. So I do understand, but it was just handled a little, it was handled wrong. It was handled wrong, even though she was right. She was right for protecting herself, but it was handled wrong. So it's all about, when you receive the wisdom, you have to acknowledge it. You have to let knowledge help you in every situation. You let it help you because the knowledge gives you understanding. With knowledge comes understanding. And so I understood that I was going to make the situation bad in my issue, what I just discussed. I was going to make the situation bad, and it was going to hurt my mother. I don't want to do anything to hurt her, but if I would have handled it my way, it could have hurt my mother. I could have got her hurt. I could have got me hurt. So having the knowledge first can help you be able to apply the brakes. And so if you still aren't getting it from me telling it to you, please, get the Bible, start looking up wisdom, stuff like that, and study the word, and, talk to God and ask him to give you understanding. A lot of things I may not understand, I have to go to him and I ask. And I have a mentor. I hope she's been coming on and, checking me out, and I'm praying that I'm making her proud. Like I said, I wasn't called to be a minister. It's just me, one of God's children, who decided in December of 2024, I decided that I wanted to read a scripture every day. And I'm glad I did that. Make me feel so good. I'll be spending time with the Lord. and I'll be, you know, I'll be spending time with the Lord, and I'll be sharing His word, and it feels good to me. I feel good. So no, I wasn't called to be a pastor. I wasn't called to be a minister. I, but I can share His word. I can share His word. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just sharing His word. So that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you will join me again on tomorrow. I look forward to talking with you again. I am so excited about this. It feels so good to be up in the morning time just discussing scriptures. Um, Give me your take on it. Tell me your views on it. I welcome it. I welcome it. And please join me again tomorrow. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe. And let's all talk about the Lord together. Again, thank you. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow.